Sunday vlogging. Hi, Jess. Paisley, and let's look at Molly in the back. Oh yeah, we are at the park. Hey guys, we were gonna hike in, what was it called? Ramapo Reservation, but when we got there, we noticed there were no cars, and then we saw the sign, unusual bear activity.
Oh, closed until further notice.
Yeah, so we left, obviously. And now we're at Van Son Park in Paramus, New Jersey. All right, so we're going to go on our little hike and talk about some exercise on keto and how important it is, but we don't want to overdo it, right? Okay.
Take off my seatbelt.
Take off his seatbelt. Hold on. You got it?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Definitely works.
Watch out, Paige. All right, so we'll see you outside. Bye, guys. I see you.
Hey, are you going to be home in a little while?
Oh, yeah. Out on a glorious day. It's cold out. It's sunny. Look, all the leaves are changing. Here, look behind me. See? Orange, yellow. Isn't it nice out?
It is quite lovely.
Quite lovely. Hey, so last night, the pee conversation. Quite interesting. You know, I have no problem with anybody wanting to give good advice or anything like that, but what I don't like is the bullying and, you know, the sarcasm. There's no need for that, you guys. In the group, there's no need. Oh, we got tangled puppies. Hold on. No reason for that. I don't like it. Don't tolerate it in my normal life. I won't tolerate it on my social media. So, you know, you gotta understand, and I don't mean you per se, you watching this video, I mean you as us, as in a group. There's a lot of new people that join this group every day, and sometimes people don't quite understand, and they post things. It's a great opportunity to give advice or something like that, but I mean, to slam people, like almost like crucify them, is just completely crazy. And then there's those of us who are seasoned keto people and we're adapted and things like that, and you know, not saying we can, but we do sometimes incorporate things in our diet that aren't necessarily keto approved in small amounts because we can. But you got to keep in mind, when you do post something like that, please make a note that you are adapted, you've been on keto for a long time, so that somebody new doesn't think having some carrots or something or peas is appropriate early on. That's all. Okay, moving on.
It's a little one, just to control the way the pond goes into the stream under this road.
Gotcha. I get asked often about exercise and, you know, if I exercise and what kinds of exercise I do, what's good for everybody. To be honest with you, I gotta get myself back in the gym. I've been slacking, wanting to put on some muscle, and definitely slacking. Work is stressful, life is stressful, new puppy is stressful, but I love her. So I really have to make the time. But in my everyday life, every day, I do a lot of walking. Do a lot of walking at work. I make it a point to walk my dogs. On the weekends, Jess and I like to go for walks. Earlier, you know, I wanted to take them hiking, but because of unusual bear activity, we couldn't do it. So today we're just doing some walking at the good old park. Here's where we are today. Vansome. Yeah. My husband grew up right around the corner. But it's a really nice park. They have a lot of trails, and my dogs are all twisted here. Hold on. Hey guys, what happened? Oh, all right, disconnected. So yeah, I believe that you should be active. I don't think very early on, unless you all were already an avid activity person. I don't think you should overdo it early on, because I think when you're depleting your glycogen stores and then you're working out real heavy, I think you can become extremely fatigued, dizzy, sick. So unless, like I said, you were really active beforehand, I would take it easy. I would do a lot of walking and basic activity. As you progress with keto, then you could hit the gym and do some strength training, because there's nothing better than that. Right, guys? Right, Jess?
Right on.
Right, Ma? Right, Paige? Righto. It's cookie time! Who wants a cookie? Who wants a cookie? Paisley, you want one? Nope, too busy looking at birds. Ma, you want a cookie? Do you want one, Paige? I'm gonna get you guys cookies. Come on. Cookie time. Taking a break, and look at this giant zit on my cheek. Oh, I don't like it. So let's see, what did we do over the weekend so far? Yesterday, Jess and I turned in our, we used to have a Camry, we turned it in, we got a RAV4, love that thing. We used to have a RAV before we got the Camry, now we got the RAV again, and I just love a truck. I love being up high. I don't know, that's just me. It's great for the dogs too. We were thinking of getting something a little bit more roomy than the car because of the dogs. Yeah. What else did we do? I don't even know. I can't think. You done vlogging for your own benefit, my dear?
Now, I'll share this story with your friends as well.
All right, make it brief, though.
All right, when I was like 15 years old, we used to throw discus here, point so they can see. On this path right over here, we used to throw discus. You see those out into the field. Now, those trees were back a while ago. It's about 30 years ago. It's about 15 years old. One day we're out here throwing, and this black Porsche pulls up. This jacked up dude gets out of it. Scary looking dude. And he comes running over to us. And my friend Omar had the discus, and he goes, "Hey, can I throw that?" And my friend goes, "You can have it." And he just gives him the discus. So this dude took it from a standing, it wasn't even a spin, from a standing throw, took the thing and he hauled it, and it went to the mid-height of those trees in the distance. It was like over 200 feet.
Wow.
And then it just disappeared into the woods. So
maybe if we go back there now, we could find it.
No, we found it. I mean, it was outstanding. We were throwing maybe 40 feet, or something. And this guy hauls it down into the woods, and he turns around and goes, "Thanks, I haven't done that in years." And my friend Omar goes, "Who are you?" He goes, Joe Green." And he jumps into his car and he takes off. Google Mean Joe Green. Find out who he was. Mean Joe Green. That was him.
Who was it?
Mean Joe Green was one of the most famous football players in the 80s. I think he played for Mean Joe Green. Let's Google him.
Wow. So did you get his autograph?
No. we're pretty scared. The dude just comes over, takes our discus, and sends it out into the tree line.
Wow.
We're like,
what football team, you know?
I was never a football fan, but I remember him. He was a guy who talked about, like, on the news and stuff, made a name for himself, like Lyle Alzado.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't a football fan, but you'd know his name.
Yeah.
Mean Joe Green. Who did he play for?
All right, well, just Google's that. Signing off.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, holding on.
He was a Hall of Famer, Pro Football Hall of Fame. Let's see, Pro Football Hall of Fame. He was a defensive tackle. This is in like the 70s. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, no wonder I didn't like them. No.
This is in the...
I grew up in Jersey, but always loved the Vikings from Minnesota. That's right. Guess why?
Wow,
Because when I was a kid, they had a purple uniform, and I loved purple.
This guy played in the 70s. So he was... this is in the 80s.
Oh, don't even say that's old. That's when I grew up.
No, but I'm saying this happened in the 80s. He played in the 70s, so... He was probably in his 30s. He's jacked up, came over at us like
you.
gangbusters.
Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
This dude came running over to us.
Hold on, grab the leash. Which one? Ah! Woohoo!
The water's gonna turn ice.
Yeah. All right. We gotta take the water from the dog bowl and now put it back in the thing. And then we'll come back and talk keto. Hey, so here we are sitting on a bench taking a break and figured we would incorporate a little bit of husband and wife tag questions. You guys want to see that? Jess?
Sure, let's take a look at that.
Alright, so I'm going by what I recall from other people's videos because I don't write anything down. I know the first question was, where did you meet one another? So, who wants to answer that one? I will. Paisley wants to answer. Oh, is that where we met?
She said the brownstone.
We actually met at the brownstone. If you guys watch Housewives of New Jersey, then you will know that Al and Caroline Manzo own a catering hall, wedding place, over-the-top crazy banquet hall called the Brownstone. Jess and I both worked there at one point, and on my first night there, we met.
I introduced myself. Now just...
Oh, yes. Paisley, yes, you tell everybody. Yep, yep.
Thank you, Paisley. And just...
Oh,
just
boy.
for the record...
It's okay, it's okay. She doesn't know what we're doing.
Just for the record, if you want to make a good reality show, forget the wives. You should film the husbands when dinner's going out.
Oh, they're crazy. Al Manzo, his brother Tommy, who was on the first season with his wife Dina, who are no longer together. But yeah, crazy family. But we love you guys if you're watching because we are friends with the Manzos. Okay, what's next?
My motorcycle is partly named after them.
Yeah, what do we drive?
The
Jess?
Manzacci. It's a Manzacci.
Jess has a bike.